What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Screen Realm. My name's Guillermo and today I'm reviewing Buddies, a tense dark horror comedy, a slasher whodunit with YA melodrama thrown in as well. It's an enjoyable genre time, delivered in slick fashion by actress turned director Halina Reijn, hope I'm saying that right, making her second feature as director following 2019 Dutch drama Instinct. This is also the first produced screenplay from screenwriter Sarah de Lapp, writing from a story by Kristen Ripanian. It's a pretty straightforward premise. A wealthy group of young adults in their 20s get together at a remote mansion with a plan to party it up during a storm. Everything goes downhill when they decide to play Buddies, a type of murder in the dark mystery game where a victim gets tapped on the shoulder and everyone else has to guess who the killer is. Well, it doesn't take long before there's a victim, a real victim, and yes, someone turns up dead. And one argumentative and very bloody night unfolds. Our initial protagonists are new couples Sophie and B, played by Amandla Stenberg and Bakalova respectively. B is meeting everyone for the first time, so she serves as a kind of point of view of sorts in the early stages as we meet these people and get to know the various dynamics at play. But while Sophie and B are our protagonists at first, that's mostly to help us out in the overall character setup. Once the mayhem begins, we don't really have a clear person to side with, which is both a plus and a negative. It's a plus because the craziness that unfolds mostly relates to how each character breaks down over the course of the night and the bonkers ways that events escalate as suspicions arise and the body count grows. De Lapp's screenplay smartly drip feeds little character reveals here and there, providing further reasons for the craziness and to keep us, the viewer, on our toes as we also attempt to play detective. The negative element of this, and it's not too much of a negative I should point out, is that there's often no one really to side with. So while there's certainly tension as to who's going to get it or who could be accused next, I found that I didn't really care if they all died by the end of the night. Perhaps the tension could have been racked up a little more if we had someone to root for. Still, that aside, the film works well and it's fueled by much stronger acting than this type of horror comedy is often provided. The cast is great and give immersive, natural performances that often make scenes feel improvised. They're talking over each other, laying in spiteful jabs, crying, throwing in ultra sarcastic one-liners, as well as ensuring the film's edge of deadpan humor is kept at the forefront. It's a really good ensemble, with particular standout performances from Bakalova, who was fantastic in 2020's Borat sequel, and actress-comedian Rachel Sennott. Your enjoyment of Buddies could be determined by how aware you are of the many references to today's pop culture and the state of things for Gen Z. It's often heavy on the satire, which of course mostly works if you have an idea of what's in the satirical spotlight. In saying that, it's mostly broad enough that I think most viewers will be able to get on its wavelength quite easily. If you're on board solely for the horror slasher angle, you may be a little disappointed. I mean, you will have tension, you will have kills, but this is firmly angled to the generational satire and dark comedy side of things. The film moves along at a nice tense pace, although there are a few moments that feel a bit repetitive, with the suspicion, blame, escalation, death pattern teetering on monotonous sometimes. But it thankfully doesn't quite get to the negative thanks to the aforementioned performances and De Lapp's cracking screenplay. Director Halina Reijn has a strong eye and gives this film a polished, stylish look throughout. Working again with cinematographer Jasper Wolf, who lends her 2019 film Instinct, Reijn manages to craft some visually striking moments in this domestic, often dark setting. I'm very keen to see what she has in store in future. Overall, Buddies is a decent time. It has great performances, an amusing screenplay, and strong direction. I enjoyed the ride for the most part, and I dug the ending as well, although I can see why some people would be left a little bit disappointed with that final turn. I liked it. 3.5 stars out of 5. Thanks for joining me, everyone. If you've seen Buddies, tell us what you thought in the comment section below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think I was completely wrong with my review? Let us know, and as always, don't forget to subscribe to Screen Realm. Catch you next time.